So that's not your point.
Favor, but that speaks. Okay,
It's the other way around, isn't it?
But then that just speaks in favor of the existence of the gospel in Greek, called by its Greek name.
Yeah, but we know that anyway. We know the first manuscripts of the New Testament were in Greek anyway.
Yeah, but
that's
they
nothing
don't.
new. That's nothing new.
No.
That's nothing new.
Yeah, no, that's what she's saying.
No, but I'm saying the court.
But you're providing information that's well known.
Some say Matthew was in Hebrew initially.
Hebrew, yeah.
That's what I'm saying to her. It's nothing new.
It's nothing new.
You're trying to prove to them that the Greek manuscripts were before the Prophet Muhammad. But we know that anyway.
We know that
They
anyway.
were in Greek.
It's not new information.
That's not what she's saying. That's not what she's saying.
Please clarify, please, for me.
Okay,
Sorry, yeah?
okay, I'll do it
Do you
again.
understand what you're saying?
I'll do it again.
I get it.
Hopefully third time lucky.
Okay? In Islam, a prophet is sent to his people. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
In their language. We need the clarification.
I'm getting.
What
there.
about their dialects?
Go on.
What about that too?
Now, does that means that the prophet is going to go to his people and the message he's going to deliver is
Which
going
prophet?
to any prophet. All the prophets were always sent to their people.
Let her finish. Let her finish.
Got the answer.
Hang on.
Nope, let her finish.
Hang on.
I understand.
Hang
Because
on.
you don't get the question.
You don't have to repeat third time.
You don't get the question.
You just asked me to.
So you
Wait. So Idris, repeat the question then.
Jesus.
Idris, repeat the question then, please. Repeat the question for us so we know you got it.
When you say,
hang on.
all right, go on.
Okay. So the prophets were always sent to his people, speaking the language of that people.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That means the message was also in that language, called by its original language.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Now, why would the Quran validate the Greek name of the gospel if Jesus wasn't Greek?
Can I answer?
You've already answered this anyway. Go on.
But your answer doesn't make sense.
Quran,
Because it's an assumption.
the Quran, evidently does not propose that Jesus, peace be upon him, himself, whenever he word they use the word gospel or evangelion or whatever, in Aramaic or whatever, it doesn't propose that he used the Greek term.
Yes, it does.
Hold on.
Okay, sorry.
That's all right. Be evangelion, pure Greek, or a derivation, Injeel, or whatever some Aramaic speakers might have used of it, or whatever.
No.
Hold on.
Sorry.
That's all right. It doesn't. You're seeing it from. I know what angle you're seeing it from. The angle the Quran is coming from is not when it says Injeel. It's not necessarily saying that Jesus always used that term Injeel itself, exactly Injeel.
What's it saying then?
What it's saying is the normative word used and understood.
Where are you getting that from?
Was by them.
I need proof of that, please.
So the Prophet Muhammad's just trying to identify.
No, Allah is according to us.
Yeah,
not a
Allah
prophet,
is just identifying to make him more identifying.
What the
for
Christians have
everyone.
adopted. Yes.
Plus,
Yes.
the word in Greek, evangelion,
Which Christians?
was then corrupting the Syriac and then became the Injeel.
So what is it in Syriac then?
What's in Syria?
In Aramaic or Syriac? What is it?
I don't know.
In the language of your
for
Because
example,
I studied. I don't need to know every language.
How do you know it was corrupt?
How do you know it's
study
You can't
language.
remember. You can't remember. It doesn't mean it doesn't.
No, she said she
No,
doesn't.
she said she doesn't know.
remember.
I
Yeah.
studied
You can't
it.
remember that it was corrupted in
So you
Syria.
can't remember.
You can't.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean
So
you
you
didn't.
No, you say you don't know.
Please go on that line.
Anyway,
that
go on,
line,
go
the
on.
trajectory.
Right, so it was evangelion.
Yes.
Yes.
And then
Then, as far as I remember, maybe there are even other languages involved, but I know the Syriac is involved. And
What is
then
that in Syriac?
And then from Syriac, it was translated into Arabic by its Greek name, Injeel, and you can Google that.
You just made my point. You just made our point. Thank you very much.
no, she doesn't. So,
Yes, she just says translate
ultimately,
to Arabic.
what's happening
Thank you.
here is that
You just
said-
the
you just said
answer
that.
that
You just
Idris
said
has
that.
given
Thank you.
is that Allah is using the normative
Maybe
term
to
that people would have used at the time to describe the Injeel. So he's claiming that at the time, the Arabs in Mecca and Medina would refer to the Injeel or the Gospels as the Injeel, right? And that's why Allah uses that term, as opposed to using maybe like, for example, the Peshitta, which is the 4th century translation of the Gospels into Aramaic, that's used in the Syriac churches, which Muhammad would have been around, right? Now, here's my problem. Can you prove that the Arabs in Mecca and Medina normatively referred to the Gospels as the Injeel before Muhammad was around?
Bye-bye.
I have the Quran for that.
Okay, so now we are in the world of circular argumentation.
Yeah.
So he makes a claim. The Quran uses the normative terms of words for the Arabic audiences, right? And this was done before the Quran was even revealed. But where can I get that information from? The Quran itself. Not good enough. So why is Allah translating things differently?
Yeah.
It was already accepted by Syriac churches in the 4th century, 2 centuries before Muhammad was even born, that the Aramaic Gospels were to be called the Peshitta. So if Allah is transcribing information to his audience, why not also just translate Peshitta? Why translate Injeel?
George, hold on. So, do you know what the Arabs use for the word Injeel? Or
Which Arabs? The Christian Arabs. Yes?
Any.
So the pre-Islamic Christian Arabs.
What about? No, it's going to be over in 2 minutes. It's fine. Yeah.
Pre-Islamic Christian Arabs.
Any.
Is that what you're referring to?
Any.
The pre-Islamic Christian Arabs would have referred to it likely, depending upon their location. For example, those nearer to the Byzantine Empire would probably just call it the Evangelion as well.
Sorry, say that again?
Those, for example, in the north, I think like Najran or whatever it's called, for example. Which one's the one in the north?
Nearest to the Byzantine.
Yeah,
people.
it's like a Christian group. That's the north, whatever. Those ones would likely refer to it, for example, as the Evangelion, because that was a popular term at the time.
Likely.
So why is Allah
Likely.
using likely? Yes.
Do you have proof?
My proof is that they were next to the Byzantine Empire. So
Geography.
whatever
Geography.
that they were in the Byzantine Empire. Yes, historically they were there.
Do you
Yes.
have proof they would have used the Evangelion?
It's a guess. I don't have absolute proof. It's a
There's
guess.
no proof. Okay.
So
Hold on.
Okay.
So there's no proof that the Ghassanid Arabs, which is what you're talking
The
about.
Rassanids? Okay, potentially.
Whether who were a client state of the Byzantines, okay, in Greater Syria, you have no proof what word they used for the New Testament.
I would hamper that it's either the Evangelion or the Peshitta. If they were a part of the Syriac church, it would have been the Peshitta.
Let me finish. This is an assumption. There's nothing definitive. Okay.
Well, if
Number
they
one.
were a part of the
Number
Syriac
one.
church, it would
Number
have been the
one.
Peshitta.
Number two.
But
Let me
again,
finish.
you're running away from the
Can I
point,
finish?
and also you're defining the
Can I
Quran
finish?
here. So
Can I
why is
finish?
Allah using these
Can I
terms if
finish?
normatively you can't
Can
prove
I
that they were
finish?
used?
Can I finish? All right. So when you brought up the Ghassanids, I didn't, you did. You got no definitive proof of what term they used.
How does this happen in the Quran?
When we look at the Najrani Arabs in traditional Yemen, which is now southern Saudi Arabia, who through Islamic sources were Christian, okay, we don't know, I don't know what term they used for the Bible.
Does Allah know?
I don't know.
Does Allah
I don't
know?
know.
Does Allah
Hold on,
know?
Let me finish. Now, when we look at the Meccan Medinan Arabs, okay, what term did they use for the New Testament Bible? Do you know?
There's no proof that there were even Meccan
know?
Arabs at the time of,
Do you
that there were
know?
even Christian Arabs, in Mecca.
I
At
never
the time
said
of
that. I never said
You
Christian.
said
I said-
look at the Meccan and Medinan.
I never said
so
Christian.
why would you assume?
I never said that.
Why would you assume
I never said that.
the Meccan Arabs
I never
in
said
Muhammad's
that.
time would even know
I
what
never
the
said that.
gospel was?
I never said that.
Why would you
It's a simple
assume?
question.
Trade.
It's
You-
a simple. Thank you. It's a simple.
Did they
question.
all go? Did they all trade? Only some did.
Okay, please.
So why would you assume that they knew the name?
I beg of you. Right. I'm going to summarize now.
Wait, but you didn't answer my
Let me
question.
finish.
Why would you assume
Let me finish.
that the Meccan Arabs
Let me
in the
finish.
time of Muhammad,
Let me
when he
finish.
first became a prophet,
Let me
would
finish.
know what the
Let me
hell gospel was?
Let me finish. I say.
Was there any churches in Mecca at the
say-
time?
I say the normative was Injeel through the Quran.
Prove that, please.
He says it's circular. No problem.
Because you're referring to the Quran for your proof.
No problem. No problem. When I ask for an alternative, be it.
Pashita.
let
There
me
you go.
finish.
Done.
Arabs.
Pashita,
In Arabic
yes.
language, not Aramaic.
So,
Arabs.
hold on a
Let me
second.
finish.
Hold on a
You
second.
don't let me speak.
Wait. Here's the problem.
Let me
Here's the
speak.
problem. Arabic wasn't
let me
largely
speak.
used by the churches that were in Arabia
Why is it not let me speak?
at the time of the prophets.
Why is it
They
not let me
used
speak?
Syriac.
Let me speak.
You can stare me in the
Alright.
face. I don't know why you guys
Okay.
love staying away from me. Stare me in the face when you're
Right,
talking to
let
me.
me finish.
Go ahead.
Right.
You talk
Okay.
to me, I'm fine. I won't bite you, I promise.
Okay. Now, to summarize, I say the normative word for the audience was Injeel for the Quran.
Just repeating yourself.
The Quran would
That's
use
boring.
a language that would be
They weren't even
understood
speaking
by
Arabic, they were speaking Syriac.
What? It's people.
Why would it validate the Greek name?
Exactly.
So, logically, by using logically,
Which logic are you
Let me
using? Which one? Tell me which logic you're using.
Well, which people you mean?
No, he said logically, right? That normatively at the time the Arabs would have called the
Use
Gospels
that
the
word,
Injil.
use the
But I am
word.
telling him that even in the time of the prophet, before he became a prophet, right? They weren't even speaking Arabic in that extent. They were speaking Syriac more so than anything else.
Let him finish.
So again, where's your point?
Let him finish, but don't cut him off, because then when he walks away, you're going to say, oh, he's...
Yeah, they always run.
Don't use an excuse. Let the man relax.
So
He's
if
going
he
to have a
goes,
nervous
it's our
breakdown
fault.
of the current. Now you calm down, take deep breaths, and do
Don't touch
not
me.
interrupt him.
Don't ever touch me.
I can touch you.
Listen, of course you can, George.
Well, you better not touch me either. At least you do by accident. I'll remind you.
Reciprocal.
I'll remind you.
Now,
The next you come touch me
Please
on
don't
the shoulder.
interrupt him now, yeah?
Now.
Very important. All the way. Take your time.
Quran is going to use a language that's going to be understood by its primary readers. It's not going to use a language that is going to be understood by the
So
Chinese or the Indians.
what does Alif Lam Ra mean?
Right.
Do they won't understand that?
That's it.
Bye
You see what
bye.
happened?
Bye bye.
But my argument
He
would have
was
been-
talking to you.
my
I'm talking with
Yeah,
her.
I know.
If he wants to run away, let him run.
My
Damn
argument
coward.
How is it my fault?
No, my argument would have been, he said
He's a coward.
the Quran would use the language to its people. for its
Prove
people.
that the people
So
use that
why
language.
use Arabic and the Greek? So what is it? Just why one word
Yeah.
in Greek and the rest of it's Arabic?
Well, they both claimed that Arabic ingested the word into its lexicon from the Greek. But my question would be, how can you prove that in the pre-Islamic times that the people who probably didn't even know a single Christian referred to it as such?
Plus, why didn't they get the Aramaic word
Yep.
instead of getting the corrupt Greek word, going through Syriac, being corrupt, and then becoming Injeel? That just if Jesus wasn't Greek, that just makes no sense.
Yeah, because supposedly the idea that supposedly prophets are sent to their people in their language doesn't follow. The Quran doesn't agree with that. So it is what it is. Ultimately, it ultimately points to the idea that the Quran, instead of being written by God, is being written by men who have imperfect knowledge of things.
Yep.
There you go. Simple argument, but
Shall we go somewhere else?
they
You
run.
you didn't let him finish so he can walk away. Should have let him finish so
Should
he
be-
can
should
walk
be-
away.
Because
It's indefensible.
I'm here.
Yeah.
He's here. You're here. He's not. He's moved his legs
They always
by
run.
His own volition.
Here-
Nobody did. Nobody made
The
him
main
go.
issue is that they can't actually argue for things. All they can do is read scripts. So when you deviate from the script, then they panic and run.
Yeah. Because they need to go and have some time to think,
Yep.
see what they're gonna say
They,
next.
they need to go back to the conclave and write down more things.
And make some counts.
That's all they
He
can do.
knows a lot anyway. I don't know about you. You've done a good question. Trying to make you now.
Thank you.
But he knows it's very hard to catch him up.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Let's hope pride don't kick in now.
Huh?
Let's hope the pride don't kick in.
I have no pride, man. I don't. I come here to just simply bust that down their lies.
You could do with a bit of sun.
Huh?
You could probably do with sun.
Pride's a waste of time.
Please come more.
Sure.
Pride's a waste of time.
Tell me about it.
Huh?
Tell me.
Ah,
What? Are you scoping out your next victim?
I do. I do want to talk to Sheikh T.
Having so much fun.
Who's that? The guy with the mask?
The guy with the hijab. I want to talk to him, but
That's such a silly thing, and they have
Let me-
no answer.
Fred, let me come back. I'll be right back.